Hey everybody, I'm Troy and welcome back to Lead Therapy. Well, since I've got over 12,000 new subscribers in the past couple of months, some of you might not know that I had a visit from the ATF on October 14th. And during that visit, they gave me a cease and desist letter. And I want to give you an up-close look at one of these letters, as most of you have never seen one before. Before I get on with the video, if this is the first time that you've watched any of my videos on this subject, to get caught up on exactly what happened, at the very end of this video I'm going to put a playlist, and the most important videos are the part 1 and 2, the ATF came to my house. It'll tell you the reason why they came to the house in the first place, and then about this cease and desist letter. Let me also say that I have no problem with the original reason that the ATF came to my house. The problem I have is with this cease and desist letter. So now I'm going to put a copy of the letter up on the screen so you guys can follow along with me. So as you can see at the top of the letter, it says U.S. Department of Justice, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives. I did block out the name of the field division, even though I don't live close to that area. And then in bold letters, notice of unlicensed firearms dealing in violation of federal law. And then my first name, and then I wiped out my last name and my address. It says hand delivered. Dear Mr., which would be my last name, recently your participation in the purchase and sale of multiple firearms has come to the attention of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives, ATF. ATF is responsible for enforcement of the federal firearms laws, and as part of the duty, the ATF licensed those persons lawfully dealing in firearms and prevents unlicensed dealing in violation of federal law. We seek the cooperative efforts of the general public in fulfilling this mandate. Your firearms activity appears, and you can see I underlined that in red, appears to bring you within the definition of a dealer in firearms, as the term is defined by the Gun Control Act. A dealer in firearms includes persons engaged in the business of buying and selling firearms at wholesale and retail. A person engages in business as a dealer in firearms by devoting time, attention, and labor of dealing in firearms as a regular course of trade or business with the principal objective of livelihood and profit through a repetitive purchase and resale of firearms. A person convicted of unlawfully engaging in a business of dealing in firearms without a license is subject to imprisonment for not more than 5 years and/or fine of $250,000. This letter serves to officially advise you to cease and desist engaging in the business of dealing in firearms until you have sought and obtained a federal firearms license. The federal firearms license would authorize the purchase and resale of firearms from a licensed business premises. Continued activity without the required license could result in a recommendation of criminal prosecution. An application for Federal Firearms License ATF Form 7 may be obtained from the ATF Federal Firearms Licensing Center by calling 866-662-2750 or online at www.atf.gov. Sincerely yours, Group Supervisor, who I have no idea who that person is, served on the 14th day of October 2020, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives at nothing there. And this is the rich part. I hereby acknowledge receipt of this notice. Your signature is not an admission of guilt. And as you can see there, it says refuse to sign. And I told them I wasn't going to sign this letter, and I didn't even write that. One of the ATF agents wrote that. And then you can see October 14th, 2020. So that's the closer look of my ATF cease and desist letter. And if you haven't watched any of my videos about the ATF coming to my house, if you click on the screen right now, my playlist, it'll take you to the videos and it will tell you everything about what happened. So that's the video. If you like the information that I gave you, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I want to thank everybody for your support, and I will see you in the next video.